Are we good? I don't know what happened. The email, the Wi-Fi keeps crashing. Oh. Ooh. Alright. We're back. I guess. I think. I think we's back. Video showing the orca pool. The footage starts at the aquarium's 10 a.m. opening time. 2 pages. No. I can't believe Orla really bit him. And there's more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. While the crime lab examined the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim. Doomed for real. Yeah, this is usually how it goes. All these, like, these really damning evidence pieces, and then we gotta, like, get ourselves out of it. I told you so! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. Objection! However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma. Objection! You are much too impetuous, right, Donald? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there for what the victim saw? Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? Why are we stopping this lady again? What do you mean? My goodness. After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Mr. Wright. The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla. Like from getting money from the whale or something. Well, she's not the one suing the whale. She's just a witness. Did we just not like her? Well, she seems like kind of a not a reliable witness. That's usually how this game goes. It's like the witness usually has like either they're like really stupid or they have like some reason why they're not telling the full truth. Sorry, Mix It Up keeps crashing, dude. I don't know what's it. Every time the internet crashes, I have to reboot Mix It Up and it won't work. I wonder if I reject your redeem, maybe it'll work. Perchance. Rejected. There we go. It's 4 a.m. I'm bald and my sugar is high. Don't play with me right now, Miss Mixie. So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white. The Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim. Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Here he is. I'm too EP for this man right now. This might be the last time you see him. Unless he maybe he'll show up in the 6th game. Considering we've gotten cameos from others. Now explain in a way that even these simpletons can understand. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. I need him to check my spinal fluid from the inside. There it is. Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? That's right, it ran the victim over and over again. Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. There's also something very important it does not show. Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is? I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that the something is not the victim. Oh? What? I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view. So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim? But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture. Objection. Oh, must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Oh! 1 year ago. That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year in which the defendant murdered her trainer. What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book. That book, The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up. Non-fiction book by Normal de Plume. It's about the case from last year. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of the show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. Same thing she's accused of in this case. That orca killed 2 people? That thing is a menace. Guilty, guilty, I say. I never want to go to the beach again. No. Now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. We're doing so well, but now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it. It's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. No way she killed anybody. You gotta save her, please, I'm begging you. Sasha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? It's the time to be strong. I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. Don't you worry, Sasha. Don't you worry, Sasha. I won't give up on her, Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you, right, Dono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me. You saw right through me. It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla. I'm willing to believe in Orla, too. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. So allow me to fill you in. Have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So, killer whales really are killers? What terrifying creatures indeed. I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard, you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well, I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them. Oh, ho, ho. But of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? Very well. Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago. That's right. These weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. That's right, it was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible. I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone. You're right. Now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. Time to show what analytical psychology can really do. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess, you noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions? You bet I did. And once I expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to. Give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. Complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd, I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. Must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while I was doing that. Sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? It's practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something? Oh! Ah! I remember now. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell this court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. Killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. It was a great cloud of blood. What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's what I knew, that the killer whale had killed a person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. Her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Eek! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? Doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. Mr. Plume saw blood. And does that mean Orla really did not attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? What do we do now, boss? Ugh, the testimony was not what I had expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. Could be something even more damaging. Ugh. Is there even anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Dana, you believe in Orlo, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is, so let's delve a little deeper. You've got it, boss. Killer whale's behavior was exactly the same a year ago. As I approached the pool, killer whales suddenly started singing. After it started headbutting, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. When the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear. And why do you suppose that was? Simple, it was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared. And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. Whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? Could it have been Aura? Take that! Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool beside the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say that there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. What? The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now? Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim at all. We did it. Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. That was a huge help, Athena. It was actually pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Miss de Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder as she claims. Objection! I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it's far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning... I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Guess. Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. He has a point there. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'd need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix, think. Sorry, I'm just seeing how far we are into this. Damn, this bitch is long. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a three-parter, I fear. I'm correct, and the victim's death occurred before de Plume saw it. Because I think that the theory here is that he died, and then Orla rescued him, or tried to rescue him. The victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting. And that would mean he died sometime before Miss de Plume was watching her. The events Miss de Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. That I don't know. The calendar?
Take that! Take that!
Only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m., which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court. All of the footage? Mr. Plume witnessed the cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m., but I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. Security camera footage starts at 10 o'clock a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there is vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way... My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie. Uh-oh. I can't back down now. Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Fulbright. Roger. I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court. Please have something for me. What it looked like at 10:10 a.m., the witness can be seen here. Alright, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. Appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Now to see if I can find something from this before this point in time. Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? We got nothing. Well, right, Dono. Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I'd better think about this carefully. The footage we see something important. This is the important thing the footage shows. What is this mark? What is so vital about that point, Mr. Wright? Different things are important to different people. Importance is a subjective thing. Yes, just as my decision to assign a penalty is a subjective thing. Oh wait, no it's not. Burke, wait a minute. Something that should be in the footage isn't there. Please wait, Your Honor. That footage... In the footage, we see nothing important. We see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. Ha ha ha. You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence. No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty of justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing that you see? That you say should be in the footage, but isn't? Is it the body? Or is it the coins?
Take that!
The important thing we should see in this footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. Oh. Yeah, that's right. The victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage. It means that he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. No human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute, are you saying... When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. There is no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. Defense's trump card, that thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. Alright, gamers. I think I'm gonna call it. It's almost 4:30. And I speepy. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're about a third way done with this case, so maybe we'll finish it next week. Probably not, though. This is gonna be a long one, so it might be a 3-parter. But thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, and as always, ciao, bye everybody. Ass attorney.